200 San Diego thought leaders came together on June 14, 2011 at the Scripps Seaside Forum to discuss the benefits, impacts, and challenges of developing local wind energy sources. With a number of renewable energy projects in various stages of planning for the rich wind resource area of East San Diego County, it was time to host this important dialogue.
As many of you know, California is a leader in renewable energy policy as well as climate change and greenhouse gas reduction policy.
It suggests to me that we should get to our 33% goal somewhat sooner than expected, despite the stringent standards and the enormously complicated permitting process that we have here in California. I think 33% is too easy, and the governor's already talking about a 40% goal.
But the biggest obstacle is, unfortunately, is a blasé attitude about what was referred to as the pain and torture of the permitting process in California.
I think a lot of the times, particularly in the environmental community, we tend to talk about wind as if the alternative to wind energy would be some magical free energy that has no environmental impact and doesn't cost anything at all.
It's about the local landowners, the local populace around those landowners, and then everybody that drives by and looks and determines whether a turning wind turbine is interesting or pretty, or whether it's an eyesore. And there are some folks that believe both. Policy is first, and then economics is second. And I'd say that economics is second primarily because wind is the second least expensive form of energy.
When we look at it in terms of the health effects, there are not documented, proven health effects associated with wind turbines. There's not a disease associated with it. One particular study looked at 138 different communities and the types of complaints there were.
Is there an impact from wind farms on local residential property values? The answer is no. We looked at 7,500 actual home sales in these 24 different areas, and the bottom line is that we didn't find any impacts at all from wind farms.
The analysis is getting better and more robust as time goes on, following the CEC guidance and the Fish and Wildlife Service guidance, gotten us to a point of being able to identify and cite projects earlier on that are in appropriate locations with respect to minimizing impacts to avian bat species while still building projects in areas that have been identified as wind resources.
Our relationship with energy is going to change more in the next 10 years than it has in the past 100. And there will be winners and losers associated with that change. In 1 hour, we receive enough wind resources to power 100% of the needs of our country for a year.
So the demand exists, the resources exist, but the I don't know part is that it's about policy. It's all about policy. There is at least one technology that can provide a lower cost, but probably only one. Wind would be next. So I think the answer to that question isn't really from us. I think it's to you. It's about policy. What will you do?